going to read Exodus. Continuing in Exodus, we're going to read in chapter 20. I'm going to read verses 1 through 20, or 21. It's not quite as long as it sounds, but so the people all gathered around, and God gave Moses some specific instructions about what was to happen as he was going to speak to the whole congregation of Israel, this whole group and people in the desert. And so he gathers all the people. We'll talk a little bit more about this in a minute, but he has them consecrate themselves. He has them prepare themselves, and all of Israel comes to the mountain. They can't go on the mountain, although they'll have to be stoned or shot with arrows, okay? So no one was going. No one was moving. A ram's horn blew, and God's presence descended down onto the mountain with smoke, with lightning, with thunder. The people were terrified. And then he speaks to them. And God gave the people all these instructions. I am the Lord your God who rescued you from the land of Egypt, the place of your slavery. You must not have any other God but me. You must not make for yourselves an idol of any kind, or an image of anything in heaven or on earth or in the sea. You must not bow down to them or worship them, for I, Yahweh, your God, am a jealous God, who will not tolerate your affection for any other gods. I lay the sins of the parents upon their children. The entire family is affected, even children in the third and fourth generations of those who reject me. But I lavish unfailing love for 1,000 generations on those who love me and obey my commands. You must not misuse the name of the Lord your God. Yahweh will not let you go unpunished if you misuse his name. Remember and observe the Sabbath day by keeping it holy. You have 6 days each week for your ordinary work, but the seventh day is a Sabbath day of rest, dedicated to the Lord your God. And on that day, no one in your household may do any work. This includes you, your sons and your daughters, your male and female servants, your livestock, and any foreigners living among you. For in 6 days the Lord made the heavens, the earth, and the sea, and everything in them, but on the seventh day he rested. This is why the Lord blessed the Sabbath day and kept it set apart as holy. Honor your father and mother. Then you will live long, full life on the land the Lord your God is going to give you. You must not murder. You must not commit adultery. You must not steal. You must not testify falsely against your neighbor. You must not covet your neighbor's house. You must not covet your neighbor's wife, male or female servant, ox or donkey, or anything else that belongs to your neighbor. When the people heard the thunder, the loud blast of the ram's horn, and when they saw the flashes of lightning and the smoke billowing from the mountain, they stood at a distance, trembling in fear. And they said to Moses, you speak to us, and we'll listen, but please, please, please don't let God speak directly to us again, or we will die. Don't be afraid, Moses answered, for God has come in this way to test you, so that your fear of him will keep you from sinning. Yeah. We'll see how that goes. Okay. I've got this great quote. Walter Brueggemann is a theologian ordained in the United Church of Christ. And as I was studying this, I got a great quote from him, but I just found out he died last month, 92 years old. So his funeral was just like last week. So I was like, that was kind of a sad thing, but he lived a good life. Anyway, this is a great quote when he's talking about the beginning. He says, the Bible regularly confesses more than it understands. It claims more than can ever be explained. Its exuberant, unrestrained overstatement is an embarrassment to us. The Bible dares to assert that a miracle from God stands central to our faith and to the bottom of our life. In our recent scientific period, say the last 200 years, well-educated people have tried to dislodge this claim of miracle, or at least make it marginal. In the face of our modernity, either sophisticated obscurists, the Bible is unembarrassed about its assertion that at root, a very particular miracle is at the center of our world. We're not speaking of a big, spectacular miracle, but a little one, local. We can name it and we can cling to it tenaciously. It goes like this, and it is an embarrassment. Our faith father, Abraham, was very old. His wife, our faith mother, was equally old, and they could not have a child. All their hopes, all of God's promises, the whole story hinged on a child to inherit, but none was given. All their hopes, all God's promises, the whole story hinged on a child to inherit, but none was given. Abraham did have Ishmael, born of a surrogate mother. An old, almost cynical Abraham was prepared to let this Ishmael be his rightful and only heir, because simply there was no other on the horizon. It wasn't possible. But as the story goes, God has more faith, more resilience, more confidence in the possible future than does Abraham or Sarah. Then inexplicably, this yearned for, unexpected, desperately wanted baby is born, not of human and normal circumstances, but of the power and fidelity of God. This birth is an event-defying explanation, resisting reason. Abraham and Sarah and all of us are thrown back from reason and understanding to the more elemental responses of wonder, astonishment, amazement, gratitude, praise, and yes, laughter. What Israel sees of God's oddness is not craziness, but powerful faithfulness, which can keep promises against all odds. Biblical faith is grounded in God's capacity to keep promises, not ours. In that moment, Israel comes to know everything that needs to be known about God and about all the world and about us. We live in a world of surplus surprises that outrun our capacity to control, predict, or explain. Now, he's a bright guy, so hopefully we all understood things he was saying there. And I was reading it. The reason why I was reading it is because it resonated so much with so often when I'm preaching and when I'm studying. It's exciting to see, but yet how plausible is it really? Because the thing is life brings, we don't know what our future holds. And we read stories like Israel in the wilderness, and it's so frustrating. See, these people are just knuckleheads. They get out there, they see something amazing. God has just delivered them. They see the water of a lake, of a sea parting. They walk across, and then a week or two later, they're doing something else dumb. They're complaining about no food, or they're complaining about no water. And it's just like, are you serious? Are you really thinking that God's just brought you, did all of that just to bring you out here to die? Is that really all you think? Well, yeah, I don't know. I don't know because I can't see the future. And most of us, we stand at the abyss. We just look into the darkness. It was really foggy the other morning. And I'm on my deck looking out, and it's just, I can't see anything. It's just complete white mist. And if I didn't know what was ahead of me, I could have broke my neck. Because there's a big cliff, it's not a cliff, but it's a nice, sharp incline. But I could not see any of it until I got right up on it. And that's how life is. And we don't know what's ahead of us, but God does. We have no idea. We're staring in this abyss. We're staring in this fog, and we're like, I don't know what that is. You ever come up on a big puddle on the road? And you're like, oh no. Because you don't know the road. You don't know if there's a hole there that's 12 feet deep. You don't know. And it's like, I don't know. I was talking to someone yesterday, and they did this cross-country trip. And they said it was just they were in a deluge. And he couldn't see hardly behind. So he just kept the car in front of him in view, waiting for it to either go down into a big hole or run out. He was just following it, and every time it would splash really bad, he would slow down because he knew there's a big puddle coming. In life, we don't even have that. But we have God. And so all the things that make us so scared, and I know this is what Israel's experiencing in the desert, because they're terrified. It's like, man, this place is bad. It's a desert, man. I mean, there's nothing. There's hardly any life. There's just nothing. Just sand and heat. And every so often they come up on an oasis. And the last oasis they came up on, they're like, oh, yay, God. And they get up there, and there's like, I don't know, dead animals around or something. It's like, oh, what? You brought us to an oasis that's poison? Ah, Moses, you stink. I hate you, Moses. I can't believe you brought us out here to die. Look at that. It's all we can't even drink it. It's right there. So God tells Moses to go grab that big chunk of wood over there. You see that big log? Just throw it in the water. Yeah, throw it in. He throws it in, purifies the water. What's that about? See, God uses the most mundane things to do his will. Always. It's always serendipitous. We're thinking, okay, I know God. I'm going to buy this lottery ticket. I'm going to hit it big, and all my problems go away. Yeah, good luck with that, people. If you ever do, just remember the little guy, all right? Or the big guy. But no, it's just like, because we're like, oh man, if only it could work out this way, then I would be happy, I would be content, I would be, oh my gosh, things would be so smooth. And God's like, it won't. I promise you. You win the lotto, you have no idea what kind of problem is going to come your way. I'm not saying it's, if you play, I hope you win, kind of thing. I'm just saying that what we think is going to be the answer to our problems usually isn't. Because God has a different way of providing for us. He has a different way of making things work for us. And it's always it's just always so weird. It's like, Lord, I know you promised to provide. He's like, listen, I'm going to use all those mundane things in your life to accomplish what needs to happen. I just need you to trust me. Because for whatever reason, God has chosen not to use those big things. Moses himself, I don't know if he had a speech impediment, if he got nervous, or what it was, but he felt like he was not going to represent God well to a king. Because I can't get my tongue twisted, I can't talk right. So he's like, finally, God's like, okay, fine, we'll use your brother, Aaron. He'll go with you. He speaks well. Yes, he does. Okay. See, I'm not going to all of a sudden miraculously give you this great voice to be able to speak so eloquently. I'll just give you your brother. And you know how annoying he is. But now you're stuck with him. All right. So let's regroup. God comes, he brings the people around, consecrates them. They have to wash their clothes. They got to wash themselves. They got to get prepared to meet God. And I don't meet him physically because God's spirit, but they meet his presence. Set the boundaries around the mountain. This is consecrated land. Do not touch it. Don't let your animals touch it. You touch it, you're going to die, and I'm going to have you guys kill him. So everyone's like, okay, no problem. We're off, and they're not going to, until you hear the until you hear the ram's horn blow, after I speak, then you can come up. Prepare for the third day. Moses says, I don't want any of you indulging in sexuality at all. I don't care. You're consecrating yourself. This is me at my time now. So they're cleaning themselves spiritually, physically, and every other way, and they stand before the mountain. This big presence of God's comes down. The horn is blowing. The thunder, the cloud, the lightning, it's all descending, and and then they hear. Now, God doesn't have vocal cords, so I don't know if they heard it audibly, because he can clearly make a voice if he wants, or if they just all heard it individually. I don't know, but all of a sudden the people dropped, and they were terrified. I would be terrified. It feels like a very ominous situation that he's using as an illustration, as a visual to say, I am God. I'm not just your buddy. I'm not just something to play with. I'm not something you can manipulate. I'm not something that you have control over. I am God. And I want to make you my special people. All you got to do, I'm going to list some things here. You just got to follow. And he lists 10 things. Don't have another God before you. Well, that's pretty easy. See, because what did God do in Egypt? He showed through the plagues that none of those gods that they served had any power over him. He destroyed all of them. All those plagues. Yeah, easy. Clearly, you're the main God. All the Egyptians were like, whoa, Yahweh, he's the one. Number 2, I don't want you to make any kind of idol. Nothing, I don't care if it's a book. I don't care if it's a piece of wood. I don't care if it's something that you're trying to make in my image. You don't bow down to anything, any at all, anything. No idols, nothing you bow down to, nothing. I am a jealous God. All right. Number 3, do not misuse God's name. There's a lot of differences. Don't make it common. Don't make it debased. Don't use God's name, Yahweh, Jehovah, Adonai, El Shaddai, all those different names of God. Don't misuse it. Don't mistreat it. Number 4, keep the Sabbath. Have a day of rest. Have a day where you're trusting God for your provisions. Number 5, honor mom and dad. Number 6, do not murder. Do not commit adultery. Do not steal. Those are easy enough. Don't testify falsely don't lie about your neighbor. Don't testify against them falsely just because they're annoying and you would love for them to move away. And don't covet your neighbor's stuff. People or otherwise, don't covet. Don't lust after their stuff. Take care of yourself. I'll take care of you. Don't covet that. There'll be another sermon to go into all the reasons why these were good rules, but God makes the rules. And they all say, amen. They clearly have no idea what they're saying. They clearly have no idea what they're agreeing to. Some of you been married, you make a covenant till death do you part. You have no idea what you're getting into, do you? You were 20 years old. What does a 20-year-old know? But it's a covenant you make, right? So you work at it and you try. You try to do God's will. You try. And some are more successful than others because it takes 2 to tango. And if one of them isn't willing and the other one is, it ain't going to work, is it? Right? And then you go through it and you try to work through it, and by God's grace, I was reading this guy, man. He divorced after 50 years of marriage. I found out his wife, the new wife, was 25 years younger. And I'm like, oh, well, there you go. But I was like, you didn't figure it out before that? And it's like, no, I'm sure they tried. They just kept trying. And then something happened. I don't know any of the details. I was just reading about it, and I was like, wow. I was kind of sad, but I mean, I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. But the thing is most of the things that we agree to that has a future, and I mean, it can even be a mortgage or a loan on a car. I got every intention of having the money to do all of that. And then something happens and it's like, oh, crud, now what? You don't know. You have no idea what you're agreeing to. Because you believe that it's going to all work out, but you don't really know, do you? This is all of life. It's like some of us are terrified to agree to anything these days. We don't want any commitment to anything. It's scary. I don't know. Something else better could come up. Hey, we got something going on Thursday nights for the next 6 weeks. I'll do one. See how it goes. Go to the one. That was pretty good. Maybe two. I'll just see. I'm not going to commit. I'm just going to see. Because I have no idea if something better doesn't come along. We don't know. And so it makes us nervous. It makes us scared at times. And God's like, listen, I know what your future holds. I know that you're going to potentially lose a job in 8 months or a year from now. I know that something's going to happen in your marriage that's going to make it incredibly difficult, and something you're going to say, I don't know if I can forgive. Some relationship issue besides your marriage. All these things you have no idea is going to happen in your life. And God's like, but I do. And I need you to trust me. Before you make decisions, I need you to talk to me. Because I know what's going to happen. I'm already there. I'm with you in your future. I am there. And I know. So talk to me first. It's like, well, it's such a silly, just talk to me. Like when me and Lloyd are making decisions, it's not because she's my mommy and I got to get her permission. No, she's my partner. And we have to talk about things before we decide to do certain things. We have to talk about it. This is God. We have a relationship with God where we're, in a sense, we're in partnership with God. And he's like saying, listen, I know your future and I am there with you. So trust me, but talk to me first. And follow that, what we call the Spirit of God. It's kind of that gut inside of you. Now, it may not work out the way you thought it was going to, because we have one vision. God has potentially a different of how he's going to make it happen. So you keep moving, and it's like, man, you pray about it. It's like, okay, I'm going to make this purchase. It's a big purchase. It makes me a little bit nervous. But, okay, God, I'm going to trust you. I'm going to trust you. You make the purchase. All right, things are going good. And then your property taxes skyrocket. Your insurance skyrocket. The price of eggs go up 300%. Like, wait a second. Wait, I can't afford this anymore. What am I going to do? God, what am I going to do? Oh my God, I'm going to do. It's like, God, chill. I told you I'm going to take care of you. I'm going to take care of you. Just trust me. Keep working. Keep praying. Let's work this together. And then something inexplicably happens. And then all of a sudden you get a check from your insurance company, said you overpaid. You're like, what? Woohoo! Dun, 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 dun. And then 2 months later, something else happens. You're like, what? No, I get, And then it's like, God's like, what is wrong with you? Have I not proven my faithfulness to you? Yeah, but I don't know if tomorrow you're going to continue to be. Because I'm a sinner. I do kinds of dumb things. I'm not trustworthy. I told you I wasn't going to do that, and I did it. I committed. Okay, I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to do this, and I did it. I'm going to give up the drinking. I'm going to give up the smoking. I'm going to give up the overeating. I'm going to give up carbohydrates, the most evil of all. But then that slice of pizza is just dripping with goodness. And you're like, God, I mean, I know. And then you put your mind in neutral. You no longer think. You're on autopilot. And your hand mysteriously goes out, reaches for that piece, the slice. It knows by nature how to curve it, to hold the cheese and the oils within that slice. And you bring it to your mouth and you're like, no, ow, no, ow. And pretty soon it's all gone. And you're like, who did that? That wasn't me. You see, God's like, it's okay. It's okay. I love you. You're going to mess up. You're human. I know this about you already. I love you. I'm committed to you. I am committed to you. I know you're trying to commit yourself to me, but like a child who's trying to learn how to tie a shoe, you get knots all the way up. And the parent's like, good job, Mikey. You're doing so great. You're like, oh, really? I can't get it. It's okay. Take a deep breath. We're going to keep working at it. I'm going to have to cut that one off because it's ruined. Because they're just like, ah. It's like, it's okay. I've got you. And the children of Israel, just like us, and this is a mirror. This is what Moses is saying. He goes, God is coming down so strongly, not to simply scare you, but to make you realize that he is real. And he loves you, so don't be afraid. But there is going to be things in your life that are going to be terrifying. And God says, do not be afraid. Trust me. If you go your own way and do it your own way and do your own thing, it's not going to end well. It may work. Listen, people deal with things inappropriately all the time, and it works for them because they no longer feel the anxiety, but sometimes it's because they're drugged up or they're intoxicated. Sometimes it's they put themselves into a relationship that becomes highly sexualized and just like, I just want to forget everything. And I want to indulge in something that makes me feel good, and it works, but it doesn't work for long. God's like, I've got something for you that will continue to give you joy and peace. But you have to trust me and not yourself. When we stare into the abyss and we are scared of what's coming next because we can't see it, none of us can. God's like, just walk with me. Mike, just walk with me. Trust me. Hold my hand. I've got you, and I know you can't see. Have you ever done those trust walks? I despise trust walks. They blindfold you. They grab your hand, and you're like, who are you? I don't know if you switched hands. You probably switched hands. Now you're with somebody I don't know. You're playing a trick on me, aren't you? Just to see me fall, you're going to laugh because it's funny that I fall, hurt myself, right? You think of all these reasons. Done a trust fall? I was like, yeah, no, I'm too big to do a trust fall. No, it's okay, Mike. Go ahead, do it. We got you. They lock arms. You're standing up on some stage, backward. They want me to fall backward into people's arms who are like 16. No, it's okay. We got you. No. I hate those things. I did it once. It worked. A few arms were dislocated, but it worked. Not really. But I don't trust myself. I don't trust many people. And I'm working so hard to trust God. And it's not easy, people. But he says, listen, I will show myself faithful to you. And I promise you this, in the number of years that I've been alive, I'm 60 now. The 60 years I've been on this planet, God has been faithful to me at every corner. And I promise you I have not. And I don't say that proudly. I just say that as one human speaking to humans, to say none of us have. But God's like, I love you and I'm committed to you. The miracle that happened to Abraham and Sarah wasn't based on their faith, clearly. It was based on a promise he made. And they had Isaac when he was like 100 and she was like 90. Yeah, it's laughable, like Walter said. But it was the same small miracle that brought Christ, born to a virgin. The same kind of miracle, something so unique and so weird, and people want to explain it all away. But our Messiah, our Christ, our Savior came in a very humble and just strange situation God's like, this is how I work. It's serendipitous. It's common. It's not grandiose. It's not royal. It's in the small things. It's in the quiet things in life. God says, I will be there. Follow me. Trust me. Next Sunday, the title of my sermon is 40 Days to Ruin. He gives them the commandments and 40 days to ruin. If you want to read ahead, you can. But you'll understand what I mean. We're going to talk about that next week. All right, let's pray. Lord God, you are faithful.